Smithry. Smithy, a nickname of the surname Smith. Smithy Bridge, a suburb of Littleborough, Metropolitan Borough of Rochdale, Greater Manchester, England. OS Grid Ref SD 9215. Smithy coal, a kind of small coal much used by smiths. Smithy coals, plural of smithy coal. Smithy, present participle and gerund of smithy. Smittlebin, a particular flavanol found in sarsaparilla. Smiting, present participle and gerund of smite. Smitings, plural of smiting. Toetli, a surname. Smitleys, plural of Smitly. Oets, plural of Smith. Ut, a surname from Swedish. Smitted, simple past and past participle of smit. Toeten, affected by an act of smiting. Smitten kitten, a person who is smitten with somebody. Smitten kittens, plural of smitten kitten. Totnes, the quality of a smitten. Svedere, present participle and gerund of smit. Smittenid, any bryozoan in the family Smittenidae. Smittenids, plural of smittenid. Smittle, to infect. Smittelt, simple past and past participle of smittle. Smittals, third person singular simple present indicative of smittle. Smittling, present participle and gerund of smittle. Soetlish, infectious, catching. Tonetti, a nickname of the surname Smith. Demise, to smile with one's eyes. Smized, simple past and past participle of smize. Smises, third person singular simple present indicative of smize. Smizing, present participle and gerund of smize. SMK, initialism of Super Mario Kart. SMKD, abbreviation of smoked treated with smoke. SMKLS, abbreviation of smokeless. SML, initialism of standard ML, a functional, modular programming language. SML/NJ, initialism of standard ML of New Jersey, a compiler and programming environment for the standard ML programming language. SML2, 6GC. Initialism of Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. SMLE, initialism of short magazine Lee Enfield, any of a series of bolt-action rifles used by British and Commonwealth forces during the first half of the 20th century, normally made in .303 caliber. SMLE, plural of SMLE. SML, plural of SML. SMLT, initialism of split multi-link trunking, a link aggregation protocol. SMM, initialism of single molecule magnet. SMMC, initialism of Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. SMMC, plural of SMMC. SMMO, soluble methane monooxygenase. SMMO, plural of SMMO. SMM, plural of SMM. SMNT, initialism of Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders. SMN, abbreviation of someone. DA, initialism of Site Management Organization, an organization that provides clinical trial-related services. Tomoke, a surname. Tomoke, Obsolete spelling of smoke. Smoked. Simple past and past participle of smoke. Smoke. Third person singular simple present indicative of smoke. Smoky. Obsolete spelling of smoky. Smoking. Present participle and gerund of smoke. Demux. Plural of smoke. Demai. A surname. Smock frock. A coarse frock or shirt worn over other clothing as by farm laborers. Smock frocks. Plural of smock frock. Smock mill. A windmill of which only the cap turns round to meet the wind. It is different from a post mill whose whole building turns on a post. Smock mills. Plural of smock mill. Smock face. A feminine countenance or complexion, a smooth, girlish face. Smock face. Having a feminine expression or appearance, smooth-faced, girlish face. Smock faces. Plural of smock face. Smock smelling. The activity of flirting, seducing, or pursuing women. Demock. Simple past and past participle of smock. Smocked up. Wearing a smock. Smocker. An embroiderer using the smocking technique. Smockers. Plural of smocker. Smock frock. Alternative form of smock frock. Smock frocks. Plural of smock frock. Smockful. As much as a smock will hold. Smockfuls. Plural of smockful. Smocking. An embroidery technique in which the fabric is gathered and then embroidered with decorative stitches to hold the gathers in place, the product of the use of this embroidery technique. Smockings. Plural of smocking. Democlus. Without a smock. Smock-like. Resembling a smock. Demox. Plural of smock. Demah. One influential in science fiction fandom, one who organizes a convention, publishes a fanzine, or performs a similar activity. Demoth. Alternative form of smoth. Demoth. Simple past and past participle of smoth. Smothing. Present participle and gerund of smoth. Demoth. Plural of smoth. Demoths. Plural of smoth. Smar. A noxious mixture of particulates and gases that is the result of urban air pollution. Smog check. A test for emissions produced by a vehicle, required for vehicle registration. Smog checks. Plural of smog check. Smogged. Simple past and past participle of smog. Smoggy. Alternative form of smoggy. Smoggier. Comparative form of smoggy, more smoggy. Smoggies. Plural of smoggy. Smoggiest. Superlative form of smoggy, most smoggy. Smoggily. In a smoggy way. Smogginess. The state or condition of being smoggy. Smodding. Present participle and gerund of smog. Smoggy. A person from Middlesbrough. Smogless. Free from smog. Smoglessness. Absence of smog. Smogs. Third person singular simple present indicative of smog. Smokability. The quality of being smokable. Smokable. Capable of or fit for being smoked as tobacco, etc. Smokables. Plural of smokable. Smoke. The 44th Surah chapter of the Quran. Smoke alarm. A smoke detector. Smoke alarms. Plural of smoke alarm. Smoke and mirrors. A deceptive, fraudulent, or unconvincing explanation or description. Smoke arch. The smoke box of a locomotive. Smoke arches. Plural of smoke arch. Smoke around. To give off smoke or steam, to be smoking. Smoke black. Lamplight. Smoke blower. Any of various devices that use a powerful fan to clear an area of smoke. Smoke blowers. Plural of smoke blower. Smoke board. A board suspended before a fireplace to prevent the smoke from coming out into the room. Smoke boards. Plural of smoke board. Smoke bomb. A firework designed to produce smoke upon ignition. Smoke bombs. Plural of smoke bomb. Smoke consumer. An apparatus for burning all the smoke from a fire. Smoke consumers. Plural of smoke consumer. Smoke deflector. A device fitted to either side or on top of the smoke box of some steam locomotives, the purpose of which was to lift smoke clear of the locomotive at speed, so it wouldn't obscure the driver's vision. Smoke deflectors. Plural of smoke deflector. Smoke detector. A device that sounds an alarm when it detects smoke or other evidence of a fire. Smoke detectors. Plural of smoke detector. Smoke diver. A firefighter with breathing apparatus who enters smoke-filled rooms and buildings to search, rescue, and extinguish. Smoke diving. Firefighting work that requires the use of protective equipment resembling that used by marine divers. Smoke dope. To engage in fanciful reverie or wishful thinking. Smoke eater. A firefighter. Smoke eaters. Plural of smoke eater. Smoke explosion. An explosion of flue gases accumulated inside a burning building. Smoke explosions. Plural of smoke explosion. Smoke grenade. A bomb that generates thick smoke when it explodes, used especially to produce a smokescreen. Smoke grenades. Plural of smoke grenade. Smoke grinder. An ellipsograph used as a toy. Smoke hood. A protective device to prevent smoke inhalation, consisting of a translucent airtight bag that is sealed around a person's head while an air filter held in the mouth is used to breathe. Smoke hoods. Plural of smoke hood. Smoke jack. A roasting jack powered by hot gas rising from a fire. Smoke jacks. Plural of smoke jack. Smoke jumper. Alternative form of smoke jumper. Smoke jumpers. Plural of smoke jumper. Smoke like a chimney. To smoke tobacco frequently. Smoke like a furnace. Synonym of smoke like a chimney, smoke tobacco frequently. Smoke machine. A device that emits a dense vapor that appears similar to fog or smoke, used in theater, film, and other applications. Smoke machines. Plural of smoke machine. Smoke meat. Alternative form of smoked meat. Smoke my pole. Synonym of suck my cock. Smoke one's own dope. To believe one's own lies or posturings. Smoke out. To drive out something or somebody using smoke. Smoke point. The temperature at which an oil or shortening begins to produce smoke. Smoke points, plural of smoke point. Smoke pole, the central, vertical pole of a teepee. Smoke poles, plural of smoke pole. Smoke proof, a temporary print made from a thin coating of carbon deposited on the punch surface by a candle flame, used in evaluating the progress of the design of the punch. Smoke proofs, plural of smoke proof. Smoke ring, a vortex ring of smoke, typically one exhaled by a smoker. Smoke rings, plural of smoke ring. Smoke room, alternative form of smoke room. Smoke rooms, plural of smoke room. Smoke sail, a small sail in the lee of the galley's stovepipe to prevent the smoke from annoying people on deck. Smoke sails, plural of smoke sail. Smoke sauna, a traditional type of Finnish sauna that lacks a chimney and becomes filled with smoke during warming. Smoke saunas, plural of smoke sauna. Smoke screen, alternative form of smoke screen. Smoke screens, plural of smoke screen. Smoke shop, alternative form of smoke shop. Smoke shops, plural of smoke shop. Smoke show, an extremely attractive-looking individual. Smoke shows, plural of smoke show. Smoke signal, a method of long-distance communication sometimes used in ancient and undeveloped societies, consisting of messages conveyed by means of columns or intermittent puffs of smoke. Smoke signals, plural of smoke signal. Smoke someone's pole, to perform fellatio on someone. Smoke sponge, a rubber sponge for removing soot and smoke damage from wallpaper, documents, etc. Smoke sponges, plural of smoke sponge. Smoke stand, a piece of furniture consisting of a freestanding ashtray, often with other smoking paraphernalia and a drawer or compartment for tobacco, etc. Smoke stands, plural of smoke stand. Smoke tests, a test for leaks involving blowing smoke into a tube or pipe. Smoke tested, simple past and past participle of smoke tests. Smoke testing, present participle and gerund of smoke tests. Smoke tests, plural of smoke tests. Smoke tower, in a high building, a stairway protected by several inches of concrete and entered through a kind of airlock that prevents the polluted smoke to enter inside it. Smoke towers, plural of smoke tower. Smoke tree, a common garden shrub of genus Cotinus. Smoke trees, plural of smoke tree. Smoke up, to fill with smoke. Smoke wagon, a vehicle that generates smoke, specifically an automobile or a train. Smoke wagons, plural of smoke wagon. Smoke wrench, a blowtorch, usually an acetylene torch. Smoke wrenches, plural of smoke wrench. Smoke blower, alternative form of smoke blower, any sense. Smoke blowers, plural of smoke blower. Smoke-colored pewee, a species of bird in the family Tyrannid Cantopus fumigatus. Smoke-colored pewees, plural of smoke-colored pewee. Smoke detector, alternative form of smoke detector. Smoke detectors, plural of smoke detector. Smoke dry, simple past and past participle of smoke dry. Smoke dries, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke dry. Smoke dry, To cure or dry foodstuffs by means of smoke. Smoke drying. Present participle of smoke dry. Smokeasies. Plural of smokeasy. Smokeasy. Alternative form of smokeasy. Smoke eater. Alternative form of smoke eater. Smoke heaters. Plural of smoke heater. Smoke filled. Containing a large amount of smoke, especially from cigarettes. Smoke-filled room. A place where powerful people meet to decide a matter in secret, often of a political nature. Smoke-filled rooms. Plural of smoke-filled room. Smoke-free, in which smoking is not allowed. Smoke hole. Alternative form of smoke hole. Smoke coals. Plural of smoke hole. Smoke-in. A peaceful form of protest in support of cannabis rights or the legalization of cannabis. Smoke-ins. Plural of smoke-in. Smoko. Alternative form of smoko. Smoko. Alternative form of smoko. Smokos. Plural of smoko. Smoke screen. Alternative form of smoke screen. Smoke screens. Plural of smoke screen. Smoke shay. A tin measured from 0 to 10 on a scale for comparing different varieties of coal according to the amount of unburnt carbon in their smoke. Smoke shades. Plural of smoke shade. Smoke signal. Alternative spelling of smoke signal. Smoke signals. Plural of smoke signal. Smoke wagon. Alternative form of smoke wagon. Smoke wagons. Plural of smoke wagon. Alternative form of smoke wagons. Smoke washer. A device for removing soot and particles of unburnt carbon from smoke by passing it through water. Smoke washers. Plural of smoke washer. Smokeability. Alternative form of smokeability. Smokeable. Alternative spelling of smokeable. Smokeacies. Plural of smokeacy. Smokeacy. An establishment where patrons are permitted to smoke despite a general ban. Smoke ball. A puffball fungus. Smoke balls. Plural of smoke ball. Smoke blower. Alternative form of smoke blower. Any sense. Smoke blowers. Plural of smoke blower. Smoke box. A chamber in which smoke passes from a boiler before being vented through a chimney. Smoke boxes. Plural of smoke box. Smoked bush. Any of several Australian shrubs and trees of the genus Gymnospermum that have flowers in dense spikes. Smoke bushes. Plural of smoke bush. Smoke chaser. A person employed to locate and extinguish a wildfire. Smoke chasers. Plural of smoke chaser. Smoke cloud. A cloud of smoke. Smoke clouds. Plural of smoke cloud. Smoked. A food treated with smoke, often for flavor or as a method of preservation. Smoked around. Simple past and past participle of smoke around. Smoked beef. Smoke-cured beef. Smoked beefs. Plural of smoked beef. Smoked beer. A kind of beer with a distinctive smoky flavor imparted by using malted barley dried over an open flame. Smoked beers. Plural of smoked beer. Smoked Irish. The Irish and their worldwide descendants, regardless of skin color. Smoked Irishman. A black man. Smoked Irishman. plural of smoked Irishman. Smoked like a chimney. Simple past and past participle of smoke like a chimney. Smoked meat? Any meat that is cured by smoking. Smoked meats? Plural of smoked meat. Smoked one's own dope. Simple past and past participle of smoke one's own dope. Smoked one's pole. Simple past and past participle of smoke one's pole. Smoked out. Simple past and past participle of smoke out. Smoked pole. Simple past and past participle of smoke pole. Smoked salmon. Edible raw salmon that is cut into strips and cured by smoking. Smoked salmon socialists. Synonym of champagne socialist. Smoked salmon socialists. Plural of smoked salmon socialists. Smoked salmons. Plural of smoked salmon. Smoked someone's pole. Simple past and past participle of smoke someone's pole. Smoked up. Simple past and past participle of smoke up. Smokeasies. Plural of smoke easy. Smoke easy. Alternative form of smokeasy. Smokefall. The close of the day before nightfall, when fog comes. Smokefalls. Plural of smokefall. Smoke-free. Alternative spelling of smoke-free. Smokeful. Full of smoke, smoky. Smokefulness. The quality of being smokeful, smokiness. Smokao. Alternative spelling of smoko. Smoke hole. A hole in the top of a building, especially a basic building or structure such as a tipi or yurt, through which smoke can exit. Smoke holes. Plural of smoke hole. Smoked. Alternative form of smoke. Hood. Smokeds. Plural of smokehood. Smokehouse. Plural of smokehouse. Smokehouse. A structure used to smoke food to preserve it and to add flavor. Smokehouses. Plural of smokehouse. Smokejack. Alternative form of smokejack. Smokejack. Plural of smokejack. Smoke jumper. A firefighter who parachutes into a remote area to combat wildfires and set up fire breaks. Smoke jumpers. Plural of smoke jumper. Smoke jumping. Landing by parachute to fight fires, the work of a smoke jumper. Smokeless. Without smoke. Smokeless powder. An explosive, similar to gunpowder, consisting of nitrocellulose mixed with nitroglycerine or nitroguanidine. It burns with very little smoke. Smokeless powders. Plural of smokeless powder. Smokelessly. Without smoke, in a smokeless manner. Smokelessness. The state or condition of being smokeless. Smoke-like. Resembling or characteristic of smoke. Smoky. Smokin. To make or become smoked or smoky. Smokin. Simple past and past participle of smokin. Smokening. Present participle and gerundive smokin. Smokins. Third person singular simple present indicative of smokin. Smokeout. An activist event at which people gather to smoke recreational drugs and promote their use. Smokeouts. Plural of smokeout. Smoke pipe. A pipe through which smoke is passed. Smoke pipes. Plural of smoke pipe. Smoke plate. A plate fitted to the underside of a footbridge deck to deflect the smoke from a steam locomotive passing underneath. Smoke plates, plural of smoke plate. Smoke pot, a bee smoker. Smoke pots, plural of smoke pot. Smokeproof, resistant to smoke. Smoker, a surname. Smoker's bow, synonym of smoker's chair. Smoker's bows, plural of smoker's bow. Smoker's chair, any of a class of chairs on a certain styling theme, an unupholstered wooden chair with a spindled back and splayed arms, made for sitting comfortably and casually in the home, pub, or restaurant. Smoker's chairs, plural of smoker's chair. Smoker's cough, a persistent cough resulting from habitual smoking. Smoker's coughs, plural of smoker's cough. Smoker's lung, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Smokeress, a female smoker. Smokeresses, plural of smokeress. Smokerette, a social function for both men and women where smoking is permitted. Smokeries, plural of smokery. Smokeroom, synonym of smoking room. Smokerooms, plural of smokeroom. Smokers, plural of smoker. Smokery, a facility for smoking food, typically fish and meat, especially on a commercial scale. Smokes, plural of smoke. Smokes around, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke around. Smokes like a chimney, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke like a chimney. Smokes one's own dope, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke one's own dope. Smokes one's pole, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke one's pole. Smokes out, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke out. Smokes pole, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke pole. Smokes someone's pole, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke someone's pole. Smokes up, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke up. Smokescape, a smoky landscape. Smokescapes, plural of smokescape. Smokescreen, smoke used as a disguise, mask, or cover as of troops in battle. Smokescreens, plural of smokescreen. Smoke shop, a shop that sells tobacco and smoking supplies. Smoke shops, plural of smoke shop. Smoke shop, a very physically attractive person. Smoke shows, plural of smoke show. Smokesploitation, alternative form of smoke-exploitation. Smokus, second person singular simple present indicative of smoke. Smokestack, a conduit or group of conduits atop a structure allowing smoke to flow out, as on a steam locomotive, ship, factory, or power plant using fossil fuels. Smokestack industries, plural of smokestack industry. Smokestack industry, any industry or large manufacturing facility that uses smokestacks to dispose of unwanted materials into the atmosphere. Smokestacks, plural of smokestack. Smoka, third person singular simple present indicative of smoke. Smoke dye, impervious to smoke. Smoke tree, alternative spelling of smoke tree. Smoke trees, plural of smoke tree. Smokewood, any of various plants that are used to produce smoke when burned. Smoky, alternative form of Smokey Bear. Smokey Bear, a fictional bear dressed as a ranger who acts as a symbol of forest fire prevention with the slogan "Only you can prevent forest fires." Smokey Bear, alternative form of Smokey Bear Highway Patrolman. Smokey Bears, plural of Smokey Bear. Smoky Bears, plural of Smokey Bear. Smoky Quartz, alternative spelling of Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartzes, plural of Smoky Quartz. Smokey the Bear, alternative form of Smokey Bear Highway Patrolman. Smokies, plural of Smoky. Smoky, a type of smoked sausage, often used for hot dogs. Smokier, comparative form of smoky, more smoky. Smokies, the Great Smoky Mountains, a mountain range rising along the Tennessee-North Carolina border in the southeastern United States. Smokiest, superlative form of smoky, most smoky. Smokily, in a smoky manner. Smokin, pronunciation spelling of smoking, particularly used with slang senses. Smokiness, the state or quality of being smoky. Smoking, present participle and gerundive smoke. Smoking around, present participle and gerundive smoke around. Smoking bishop, a kind of mulled wine served hot. Smoking cap, a light ornamental cap shaped like a shallow cylinder, traditionally worn by smokers. Smoking caps, plural of smoking cap. Smoking car, a railroad car in which smoking is allowed. Smoking carriage, synonym of smoking car. Smoking carriages, plural of smoking carriage. Smoking cars, plural of smoking car. Smoking ceremonies, plural of smoking ceremony. Smoking ceremony, an ancient custom among the indigenous Australians that involves burning various native plants to produce smoke, performed at major events, such as births and deaths, or to welcome important visitors. Smoking compartment, an enclosure used for smoking fish. Smoking compartments, plural of smoking compartment. Smoking dope, present participle and gerund of smoke dope. Smoking gun, evidence, particularly of a crime that is difficult or impossible to dispute. Smoking guns, plural of smoking gun. Smoking hot, very hot, having a very high temperature. Smoking jacket, a men's jacket designed to be worn while smoking tobacco, typically made of soft fabric with a tie belt. Smoking jackets, plural of smoking jacket. Smoking like a chimney, present participle of smoke like a chimney. Smoking one's own dope, present participle and gerund of smoke one's own dope. Smoking one's pole, present participle and gerund of smoke one's pole. Smoking out, present participle and gerund of smoke out. Smoking pipe, synonym of tobacco pipe. Smoking pipes, plural of smoking pipe. Smoking pole, present participle and gerund of smoke pole. Smoking room, a room designated for people who wish to smoke. Smoking rooms, plural of smoking room. Smoking someone's pole, Present participle and gerund of smoke someone's pole. Smoking stool syndrome, a symptom of severe phosphorus poisoning in which stools feces laden with phosphorus are passed. Smoking up, present participle and gerund of smoke up. Smoking room, dated form of smoking room. Smoking rooms, plural of smoking room. Smokingly, so as to produce or appear to produce smoke. Smokings, plural of smoking. Imakish, characteristic of or resembling smoke. Demakis, a person who argues the case for smoking and promotes the rights of smokers. Smokists, plural of smokis. Smoko, a cigarette break from work or military duty, a brief cessation of work to have a smoke, or more generally to take a small rest, snack, etc. Smokos, plural of smoko. Smokum, to smoke. Smogvika, a municipality of Croatia. Smoky, filled with smoke. Smoky black, a coat color of horses that is either black or slightly lighter than black. Smoky blacks, plural of smoky black. Smoky eye, singular of smoky eyes. Smoky eyes, eyes with a shadowy gradient or dark rings around them, created by the application of black or dark gray eyeshadow or eyeliner. Smoky Hill, a river in the central Great Plains of North America, running through Colorado and Kansas. Smoky Hills, an upland region of hills in the central Great Plains of North America, encompassing north-central Kansas and a small portion of south-central Nebraska. Smoky Jungle Frog, a frog of species Leptodactylus pentadactylus, found in northern South America and parts of Central America. Smoky Lake, a town in Smoky Lake County, Alberta, Canada. Smoky Lake County, a municipal district in northeast Alberta, Canada. Smoky Quartz, a brown to black variety of quartz. Smoky quartzes, plural of smoky quartz. Smoky River, a river in western Alberta, Canada, a tributary of the Peace River. Dema, tiny and cute. Samola, a surname. Samolas, plural of smola. Devoted, simple past and past participle of smell. Smolder, to burn with no flame and little smoke. Smoldered, simple past and past participle of smolder. Smolderer, alternative form of smolderer. Smolderers, plural of smolderer. Smoldering, present participle and gerund of smolder. Smolderingly, with repressed anger or passion. Smolderingness, alternative form of smolderingness. Smolderings, plural of smoldering. Smolders, third person singular simple present indicative of smolder. Smolen, a surname from Polish. Smolens, plural of Smolен. Smolensk, an oblast of Russia. Smolensky, a surname from Polish. Smolensk is, plural of Smolensky. Smoler, comparative form of small. More small. To molest, superlative form of small. Most small. Smolyaninovi, an orthorhombic mineral containing aluminum, arsenic, calcium, cobalt, hydrogen, iron, magnesium, nickel, and oxygen. Somalik, a surname from Czech. Somalics, plural of Smolik. Smolenski, a surname from Polish. Smolenskis, plural of Smolenski. Damalka, a surname. Damalkas, plural of Smalka. Smaller, comparative form of small, more small. Damalis, superlative form of small, most small. Damala, a surname. Smolechin, of or pertaining to Tobias Smollett 1721-1771, Scottish poet and author best known for Pickersg novels. Demolt, a young salmon 2 or 3 years old when it has acquired its silvery color. Smoltification, the series of physiological changes where juvenile salmonid fish adapt from living in fresh water to living in seawater. Smoltify, simple past and past participle of smoltify. Smoltifies, third person singular simple present indicative of smoltify. Smoltify, to undergo smoltification. Smoltifying, present participle and gerund of smoltify. Smolting, the adaptation of smolts when migrating from rivers to seawater. Smolts, plural of smolt. Smalia, a town in southern Bulgaria. Tamar, initialism of sovereign military order of Malta. Dumami, a walking person using a cell phone who is oblivious to the world around them. Dmamis, plural of smombi. Smonday, the moment when Sunday stops feeling like a Sunday and the anxiety of Monday starts to kick in. Tuch, a kiss, especially that which is on the cheek. Tuch, simple past and past participle of smooch. Smoocher, someone who smooches, a kisser. Tuchers, plural of smoocher. Zruches, plural of smooch. Duches, an encounter featuring a lot of kissing. Suchests, plural of smoochfests. Smoochie, a smooch, a kiss. Smoochie, comparative form of smoochy, more smoochy. Smoochies, plural of smoochy. Yes, superlative form of smoochy, most smoochy. Smoochily, in a smoochy way. Smoochiness, the state of being smoochy. Smooching, present participle and gerund of smooch. Smoochings, plural of smooching. Smoochsaw, characterized or marked by smooching. Smoochy, excessively romantic. Smoochy woochy, excessively romantic. Tmod, to act in an ingratiating manner. To fawn. Thmrodged, simple past and past participle of smooge. Zmergers, third person singular simple present indicative of smooge. Smooging, present participle and gerund of smooge. Thmod, alternative form of smooge. Thmrodged, simple past and past participle of smooge. Thmrodgers, third person singular simple present indicative of smooge. Smooging, present participle and gerund of smooge. Smore, to suffocate, smother, or extinguish. Smord, simple past and past participle of smore. Smoring, present participle and gerund of smore. Demors, third person singular simple present indicative of smore. Alternative spelling of smush. Smooshable. That can be smooshed. Smoosh. Simple past and past participle of smoosh. Smooshes. Plural of smoosh. Smooshing. Present participle and gerund of smoosh. Smooshi. Alternative spelling of smushy. Ugh. A surname. Ugh. Having a texture that lacks friction, not rough. Smooth alder. Synonym of hazel alder. Smooth alders. Plural of smooth alder. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Extremely smooth. Smooth as a baby's bum. Alternative form of smooth as a baby's bottom. Smooth as butter. Extremely smooth. Smooth as eggs. Very smooth. Smooth as oil. Extremely smooth. Smooth as silk. Extremely smooth in any sense. Smooth away. To remove or conceal by smoothing, to remove through gradual action. Smooth azalea. Synonym of fragrant azalea. Smooth azaleas. Plural of smooth azalea. Smooth brain. A stupid person. Smooth brains. Plural of smooth brain. Smooth breathing. A diacritic mark /symbol 313 in ancient, medieval, and modern Greek used to indicate the absence of aspiration for an initial vowel, and sometimes for row. For example, letter 1F00, letter 1FE4. Smooth breathings. Plural of smooth breathing. Smooth brome. A perennial grass native to Eurasia, Bromus inermes, widely planted elsewhere as a hay or pasture crop, but also known as an invasive weed outside its native range. Smooth bromes. Plural of smooth brome. Smooth call. To call a raise as opposed to folding or raising, often to disguise the strength of one's hand. Smooth called. Simple past and past participle of smooth call. Smooth calling. Present participle and gerund of smooth call. Smooth calls. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth call. Smooth clam. The bivalve mollusk, Callistoceana. Smooth clams. Plural of smooth clam. Smooth cordgrass. A species of perennial deciduous grass, Spartina alterniflora, native to the Americas and widespread elsewhere as an invasive species. Smooth down. To render smooth, to remove roughness from. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The region of the endoplasmic reticulum that is not occupied by ribosomes and is involved in the formation of distinct lipids. Smooth Fox Terrier. A breed of fox terrier having a smooth, flat, but hard and dense coat. Smooth Fox Terriers. Plural of Smooth Fox Terrier. Smooth function. A function that has derivatives of all finite orders everywhere in its domain. Smooth functions. Plural of smooth function. Smooth green snake. A non-venomous North American colubrid snake of species Ophiodries vernalis. Smooth green snakes. Plural of smooth green snake. Smooth houndfish. Sympterichthys unipennis, an extinct species of fish. Smooth hound. Any of several small North Atlantic coastal sharks of the genus Mustellus. Smooth hounds. Plural of smooth hound. Smooth jazz. A modern form of jazz first developed in the 1970s that blends in elements of rhythm and blues. Smooth leather jacket. Muscinia scaber, a filefish found around Australia and New Zealand. Smooth leather jackets. Plural of smooth leather jacket. Smooth loofah. A gourd, Luffa aegyptiaca, whose fruits are eaten when half ripe and when mature can be dried out to form a loofah. Smooth manifold. A manifold which is infinitely differentiable. See. Smooth manifolds. Plural of smooth manifold. Smooth Eudalia. Synonym of smooth rock snail. Smooth muscle. Involuntary muscle which is found within the intestines, throat, uterus, and blood vessel walls. Smooth muscles. Plural of smooth muscle. Tumurt. Any of species Lysitriton vulgaris of newts. Smoothnerts. Plural of smooth newt. Smooth operator. A person who accomplishes tasks with efficiency and grace, especially one with verbal skills who is persuasive in interpersonal relationships, negotiation, etc. Smooth operators. Plural of smooth operator. Smooth out. To make smooth. Smooth over. To make a rough surface smooth. Smooth sailing. Used to describe an activity that is not encountering any problems. Smooth snake. A non-venomous snake, Coronella austriaca, native to Eurasia. Smooth snakes. Plural of smooth snake. Smooth sole. A kind of flatfish, the megrin. Smooth soles. Plural of smooth sole. Smooth someone's feathers. To soothe someone who has had their feathers ruffled. To pacify someone who is upset. Smooth talk. Speak glibly and persuasively. To persuade or achieve an objective with smooth talk. Smooth talk. Simple past and past participle of smooth talk. Smooth talker. A person who smooth talks. Smooth talkers. Plural of smooth talker. Smooth talking. Alternative form of smooth talking. Smooth talks. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth talk. Smooth out. To make thoroughly smooth, to smooth out. Smooth-brained. Having a brain which is naturally smooth in appearance. Smooth-faced. Having no beard. Smooth-haired. Having smooth hair. Smooth-spoken. Having a pleasant-sounding voice. Smooth talk. Alternative form of smooth talk. Smooth talk. Simple past and past participle of smooth talk. Smooth talker. Alternative form of smooth talker. Smooth talkers. Plural of smooth talker. Smooth talking. Insincerely ingratiating, flattering. Smooth talk. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth talk. Smooth-eyed. Glib, able to flatter, seduce, and persuade with words. Smoothability. The condition of being smoothable. Smoothable. That can be smoothed. Smooth bark. Having smooth bark used in the names of plants. Smooth belly. Used in the names of various organisms having a relatively smooth belly. Smooth bore. Having a bore with a smooth interior, i.e. one that has not been rifled. Smoothbore. Synonym of smooth bore. Smooth bars. Plural of smooth bore. Smooth brain. Alternative form of smooth brain. Smooth brains. Plural of smooth brain. Smooth hat. Any of various mosses of the genus Atrichum. Smooth hats. Plural of smooth hat. Ho. Alternative form of smooth. Hoot. Simple past and past participle of smooth. Smoothed away. Simple past and past participle of smooth away. Smooth down. Simple past and past participle of smooth down. Smoothed out. Simple past and past participle of smooth out. Smoothed over. Simple past and past participle of smooth over. Smooth up. Simple past and past participle of smooth up. Suolin. A cytoskeletal protein found only in smooth muscle cells. Toden. To make smooth. Tudent. Simple past and past participle of smoothen. Smootheme. Present participle and gerund of smoothen. Tovens. Third person singular simple present indicative of smoothen. Swooler. Comparative form of smooth, more smooth. Smoother haired. Comparative form of smooth haired, more smooth haired. Smoothers. Plural of smoother. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth. Dovis. Superlative form of smooth, most smooth. Smoothest haired. Superlative form of smooth haired, most smooth haired. Srude. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth. Smooth head. Any fish with a smooth head. Smooth heads. Plural of smooth head. Smooth hound. Alternative form of smooth hound. Smooth hounds. Plural of smooth hound. Tuvi. A smooth talking person. Tovies. Plural of smoothie. Smoothify. Simple past and past participle of smoothify. Smoothifier. A floating widget inside a beer can, which unlike earlier fixed versions prevents the contents from overflowing if open when warm. Smoothifiers. Plural of smoothifier. Smoothifies. Third person singular simple present indicative of smoothify. Smoothify. To convert fruit, vegetables, etc. into a smoothie. Smoothifying. Present participle and gerund of smoothify. Sue. Present participle and gerund of smooth. Smoothing away. Present participle and gerund of smooth away. Smoothing down. Present participle and gerund of smooth down. Smoothing iron. A heated appliance that is used to smooth clothing and other items after washing and usually partially drying. Smoothing irons. Plural of smoothing iron. Smoothing out. Present participle and gerund of smooth out. Smoothing over. Present participle and gerund of smooth over. Smoothing up. Present participle and gerund of smooth up. Smoothingly. So as to smooth. Smoothings. Plural of smoothing. Tuvish. Somewhat smooth. Slowly. Comparative form of smoothly, more smoothly. Smoothliest. Superlative form of smoothly, most smoothly. Smoothly. In a smooth manner. Smooth. Soundness. The condition of being smooth. The degree or measure of said condition. Smoothnesses. Plural of smoothness. Swoovening. That operates in a smooth, trouble-free manner. Those. Plural of smooth. Smooths away. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth away. Smooths down. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth down. Smooths out. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth out. Smooths over. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth over. Smooths up. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth up. Smooth skin. A human being as viewed by barbarians or more aggressive races. Smooth skins. Plural of smooth skin. Smooth sort. A sorting algorithm based by barbarians or more aggressive races. Smooth skins. Plural of smooth skin. Smooth sort. A sorting algorithm based on heap sort but using the Leonardo numbers, tending to perform better than heap sort in cases where the items to be sorted are already partially sorted. Smooth step. A family of sigmoid-like interpolation and clamping functions commonly used in computer graphics and game engines. Smooth talk. Alternative form of smooth talk. Smooth talk. Simple past and past participle of smooth talk. Smooth talker. Alternative form of smooth talker. Smooth talkers. Plural of smooth talker. Smooth talking. Alternative form of smooth talking. Smooth hawks. Third person singular simple present indicative of smooth talk. Smooth talk. Any of a number species of ray-finned fish of the taxonomic genus Luriglossus. Smooth things. Plural of smoothton. Smooth wire. Wire used for fencing that is not barbed wire. Tuvi. Characterized by smoothness. Uts. A surname from Dutch. Teritius. Plural of smoots. Hello. Pronunciation spelling of smooth representing African American vernacular English. Smoover. Comparative form of smooth, more smooth. Smoothest. Superlative form of smooth, most smooth. Acronym of small/simple matter of programming, a piece of programming work that will require more time or effort than the person requesting it might realize. Plural of smop. SM-org. The name of a Twitch.tv emote. Smore. To smother. Smored. Simple past and past participle of smore. Demores. Alternative spelling of s'mores. Smorgasbord. A Swedish-style buffet comprising a variety of cold sandwiches and other dishes, by extension any buffet with a wide selection of dishes. Smorgasbord. Alternative form of smorgasbord. Smorgasbords. Plural of smorgasbord. Smorgasbords. Plural of smorgasbord. Smoring. Present participle and gerund of smore. Smoribroad. Alternative spelling of smoribroad. Spurbird. Alternative spelling of smoribroad. Smoribrods. Plural of smoribrod. Suburbirds. Plural of suburber. Demore. Simple past of smart. Smorton. Past participle of smart. Smorzando. Fading away. Delos. Initialism of soil moisture and ocean salinity. A satellite from the Living Planet program. Plural of SMO. Omai. Obsolete form of smote. Dot. Simple past of smite. Simotus. Second person singular simple past indicative of smite. Smother. To suffocate, stifle, obstruct, more or less completely the respiration of something or someone. Smother crop. A kind of cover crop planted near a primary crop in order to prevent the growth of weeds in that area. Smother crops. Plural of smother crop. Smother mate. Alternative form of smothered mate. Smother mates. Plural of smother mate. Smothered. Simple past and past participle of smother. Smother flies. Plural of smother fly. Smother fly. Aid. Smotherable. That which may be smothered. Smotheration. Suffocation. Smotherations. Plural of smotheration. Smothercate. To smother and suffocate. Smothercated. Simple past and past participle of smothercate. Smothergates. Third person singular simple present indicative of smothercate. Smothercating. Present participle and gerund of smothercate. Smothered. Simple past and past participle of smother. Smothered mate. A checkmate delivered by a knight in which the mated king is unable to move because he is surrounded or smothered by his own pieces. Smothered mates. Plural of smothered mate. Smotherer. Agent noun of smother, one who smothers. Smotherers. Plural of smotherer. Smotherous. Second person singular simple present indicative of smother. Smothera. Third person singular simple present indicative of smother. Smotheriness. The quality or state of being smothery. Smothering. Present participle and gerund of smother. Smotheringly. In a smothering manner, oppressively. Smotherings. Plural of smothering. Smotherman. A surname. Smothermans. Plural of smotherman. Smothers. Plural of smother. Smotherwe. Any plant of the genus Basha. Smothery. Tending to smother, smothering, stifling. Demotrich. An Israeli Jewish surname from Hebrew. Demouch. Alternative form of smooch kiss. Smouch. Simple past and past participle of smouch. Smouches. Plural of smouch. Spouching. Present participle and gerund of smouch. Smoutha. A surname from Arabic. Smouthes. Plural of smoutha. Smolder. Alternative form of smolder. Smolder. Simple past and past participle of smolder. Smolderer. A handsome, darkly passionate person. Smolderers. Plural of smolderer. Smoldering. Burning slowly, producing smoke but no flame. Smolderingly. Alternative form of smolderingly. Smolderingness. The state of smoldering. Smolderings. Plural of smoldering. Smolders. Third person singular simple present indicative of smolder. Smoldering. Obsolete form of smoldering. Smoldry. Smoldering. It was a peddler. Damas. A surname. Damas. Simple past and past participle of smooze. Smouser. Synonym of smooze, a peddler. Smousers. Plural of smouser. Smouses. Plural of smouse. Smousing. Present participle and gerund of smooze. Tomat. A printer who does short-term work in various offices. Spouted. Simple past and past participle of smount. Spouting. Present participle and gerund of smouth. The mouth. plural of smout. Smoxploitation, a genre of fetish films that focus on a person smoking a cigarette. Sawyer, a surname. Smoyers, plural of smoyer. SMP, initialism of statutory maternity pay payments made by an employer to an employee who is absent from work due to their pregnancy. SMPG, initialism of small mission program group, a division for missions with a small budget at NASA. SMP, initialism of switching mode power supply. SMP, plural of SMP. SMT, initialism of Society of Motion Picture and Television Engineers. SMR, initialism of Shingled Magnetic Recording. SMRIs, plural of SMRY. SMRIDI, a specific body of Hindu religious scripture. SM letter 1E5 BITI, alternative spelling of SMRIDI. SMRitis, plural of SMRIDI. SM letter 1E5 BITIS, plural of SM letter 1E5 BITI. SMRCoSi, a particular monoclinic white or light yellow mineral. SMRNA, small RNA. SMRNA, alternative form of SMRNA. SMRNA, plural of SMRNA. SMRNAS, plural of SMRNA. SMR, plural of SMR. SMRY, abbreviation of summary. LMS, initialism of short message service, a system enabling cell phones to send or receive text messages. Plural of SM. SMSA, Standard Metropolitan Statistical Area, a U.S. Census concept known since 1960 as Metropolitan Statistical Area MSA. SMSA, plural of SMSA. SMSC, initialism of spiritual, moral, social, and cultural. SMSed, simple past and past participle of SMS. SMSer, a person who sends an SMS text message. SMSers, plural of SMSer. SMSes, plural of SMS. SMSF, initialism of self-managed superfund. SMSF, plural of SMSF. SMSGT, abbreviation of Senior Master Sergeant. SMSGES, plural of SMSGT. SM-SING, present participle and gerund of SMS. SMSDRS, abbreviation of seamstress. SMT, send me there, implying that one wishes to be sent to a place where one may possess or experience something. SN T, alternative form of SNT, abbreviation of Shimati. SMT, abbreviation of Shimati. SNTG, abbreviation of something. SNTH, alternative letter case form of SNTH. SNTH, abbreviation of something. SNTHNG, abbreviation of something. SNN, informal form of something. SNDP, initialism of Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, a de facto standard for email transmission. Smocker, a surname. Smockers, plural of smocker. Smnoda, a surname. Hamud, a blemish or smear, especially a dark or sooty one. Smudge attack. A method used to crack the password of a touchscreen device by analyzing the oily smears left on the device's screen by the user's fingers. Smudge attacks. Plural of smudge attack. Smudge cell. Cell remnant, most often seen with abnormally fragile lymphocytes in afflictions such as chronic lymphocytic leukemia CLL, but also occurring in degenerating samples. Smudge cells. Plural of smudge cell. Smudge pot. Kerosene flares with round bottoms and wicks in a protected cage. They were once used to mark highway construction sites and function as utility flares. Smudge pots. Plural of smudge pot. Smudgewall. Capable of being smudged. The mudded. Lured is by being rubbed. Smudgely. In a smudged manner. Smudge-proof. Resistant to smudging. Smudger. One who, or that which, smudges. Smudgers. Plural of smudger. Smudges. Plural of smudge. Smudgy. Alternative form of smudgy. Smudger. Comparative form of smudgy, more smudgy. Smuddious. Superlative form of smudgy, most smudgy. Smudgy. In a smudgy manner. Smudginess. The state or condition of being smudgy. Smudger. Present participle and gerund of smudge. Smudgings. Plural of smudging. Smudgy. Marked with smudges. Irritatingly pleased with oneself. Offensively self-complacent, self-satisfied. Smugfus. An event or interaction characterized by smug behavior. Smugfists. Plural of smugfist. Smug. Simple past and past participle of smug. Smaver. Comparative form of smug, more smug. Smuggeries. Plural of smuggery. Smuggery. Smugness, smug behavior or attitude. Smuggious. Superlative form of smug, most smug. Smugging. Present participle and gerund of smug. Smuggings. Plural of smugging. Smuggish. Somewhat smug. Snuggishly. In a smuggish manner. Smuttishness. The quality of being smuggish. Smuggleable. Able to be smuggled. Smuggle. To import or export, illicitly or by stealth, without paying lawful customs charges or duties. Smuggle pass. To illicitly or dishonestly get something through an inspection. Smuggleable. Alternative form of smuggleable. Smuggled. Simple past and past participle of smuggle. Smuggled pass. Simple past and past participle of smuggle pass. Smuggler. One who smuggles things. Smuggler's Bible. Alternative form of Smuggler's Bible. Smuggler's Bible. A book that has had some of its interior removed for the purpose of storing small items. Smuggler's Bibles. Plural of Smuggler's Bible. Smuggler's Moon. A moon that emits only dim light. Smugglers. Plural of smuggler. Smuggler's Bibles. Plural of Smuggler's Bible. Smuggery. Synonym of smuggling. Smuggles. Third person singular simple present indicative of smuggle. Smuggles pass. Third person singular simple present indicative of smuggle past. Smago som. Characterized or marked by smuggling. Smuggling. Present participle and gerund of smuggle. Smuggling pass. Present participle and gerund of smuggle pass. Smuggling raisins. Having erect nipples whose outline is visible through one's clothing. Smugglings. Plural of smuggling. Smugly. In a self-satisfied manner. Smano. Supercilious person. Smugmums. Plural of smugler. Smugness. The state or quality of being smug. Smugnesses. Plural of smugness. Smibes. Third person singular simple present indicative of smug. Smala. A surname. Smollens. Plural of Smollen. Demai. A side tournament, especially at fighting game events, that is significantly less notable than the main tournament despite being for a widely popular game. Demuon. A hypothetical boss and super partner of a muon whose existence is implied by supersymmetry. Smuons. Plural of smuon. Swer. Drizzle, light rain. Smurf. A blue pixie with white stocking cap from the media franchise The Smurfs. Smurf account. An alternative computer account used by a known or experienced user in order to deceptively self-present as someone naive or less experienced. Smurf accounts. Plural of Smurf account. Smurf attack. A largely obsolete form of denial of service attack involving broadcasting ICMP packets with the intended victim's IP address to the large computer network, causing the victim's computer to be overwhelmed by the response packets from the network. Smurf attacks. Plural of Smurf attack. Smurf 2. A type of long, narrow, flexible tube used for electrical work and network cables. Smurf turf. The distinctive blue ground of the Bronco Stadium, Idaho, United States. Smurfable. Susceptible to a Smurf attack. Smurf. Simple past and past participle of Smurf. Smurfer. One who carries out a Smurf attack. Smurfers. Plural of Smurfer. Smurfette principle. The practice in fiction, such as in film and television series, of including only one woman in an otherwise male ensemble. Smurfer. Comparative form of Smurfy, more Smurfy. Smurfiest. Superlative form of Smurfy, most Smurfy. Smurfing. Present participle and gerund of Smurf. Smurfs. Plural of Smurf. Smurfy. Short and blue. Smurro. Of a cat, to snuggle up to something, while kneading, nuzzling or purring. Smurgled. Simple past and past participle of smurgle. Smurgles. Third person singular simple present indicative of smurgle. Smurvling. Present participle of smurgle. Smurvlings. Plural of smurvling. Smurd. Simple past and past participle of smur. Spurring. Present participle and gerund of smur. Smurry. Misty and rainy, drizzly. Smurs. Plural of smur. Smurfs. Plural of smurf. a beaten or pulverized mass. Smush name, a portmanteau name created by blending two different names, especially one used to collectively describe a celebrity couple or fandom ship. Smush names, plural of smush name. Twat, simple past and past participle of smush. Imates, plural of smush. Slushing, present participle and gerund of smush. Tui, inclined to smush, squishy, wetly soft. What? Smut ball, a fungus of the genus Telesia, a puffball. Smut balls, plural of smut ball. Tumut, to soil, stain or smudge. Tumut, simple past and past participle of smudge. Smudges, third person singular simple present indicative of smudge. Smudging, smudging, present participle and gerund of smudge. Smudgy, covered in smudges. Imates, something excessively smutty, something vulgarly sexual or pornographic. Dematists, plural of smutfis. Demate, an explicit erotic fanfic which focuses on sexual activity with little consideration of context or plot. Dematics, plural of smutfic. Smutgrass, a grass Sporobolus indicus native to the West Indies and also common in the southern United States. Smutgrasses, plural of smutgrass. Smuthound, a purveyor or seeker of erotica. Smuthounds, plural of smuthound. Smut, less, without smut. Smutmonger, a purveyor of smut, a pornographer, a salacious gossip or publisher. Smutmongers, plural of smutmonger. Smutproof, resistant to the smut fungus. Oas, plural of smut. Smutsian, of or relating to Jan Smuts 1870-1950, South African and British Commonwealth statesman, military leader, and philosopher. Smute, simple past and past participle of smut. Smutter, a machine that removes smut from grain by breaking open the diseased grains and removing them via airstream. Smutters, plural of smutter. Simbade, simple past and past participle of smutty. Swate, comparative form of smutty, more smutty. Demades, third person singular simple present indicative of smutty. Smutties, superlative form of smutty. Most smutty. Smuttily, in a smutty way. Smuttiness, the state or quality of being smutty. Smuttinesses, plural of smuttiness. Smutting, present participle and gerund of smut. Smuttings, the inferior chaff from corn milling. To muddy, soil with smut, black and dirty. Suddy, present participle and gerund of smutty. SMV, initialism of sexual market value. SMV, plural of SMV. SMVT, filter avoidance spelling of smut. SMW, initialism of Super Mario World. Smiley, a surname. Smileys, plural of smiley. Smiley, a surname. Smileys, plural of smiley. Sire, a surname. Smiral, a surname. Smyers, plural of smire. Iris, Auri. Samayana, an Asian port city on the Aegean coast of western Asia Minor founded in circa the 1120s of an aspirated century BC on the site of the present-day Turkish city of Izmir. Smyrnian, a native or inhabitant of ancient Smyrna, Tantras. Smyrniat. Smyrnians, plural of Smyrnian. Smyrnian, alternative form of Smyrnian. Smyrnians, plural of Smyrnian. Smyrna, of or relating to Smyrna, modern-day Izmir, Turkey. Smyrnat, alternative form of Smyrniat. Smyrniats, plural of Smyrniot. Smyrniats, plural of Smyrniat. Smyrnian, alternative form of Smyrnian. Smyrnians, plural of Smyrnian. Smyser, a surname. Smysers, plural of Smyser. Smy, a surname originating as an occupation. Smythe County, one of 95 counties in Virginia. United States. County seat, Marion. Smythe sewing, a method of hardcover book binding in which the signatures of the book are folded and stitched through the fold before being sewn and glued together at the spine to form a text block. Smythe sewn, bound by Smythe sewing. Somaya, a surname originating as an occupation. Smythes, plural of Smythe. Smythes, a surname. Smythite, a trigonal hexagonal scale nohedral pinkish cream mineral containing iron, nickel, and sulfur. Smythe, plural of Smythe. Smythe, a surname. SME, initialism of sulfamethoxazole. Smoribra, an open-faced sandwich that usually consists of a piece of buttered rye bread, topped with commercial or homemade cold cuts, pieces of meat or fish, cheese or spreads, and garnishes. Smoribrods, plural of smoribra. SN, initialism of screen name. SN, abbreviation of Sunday. SN1 reaction, a unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. SN1 reactions, plural of SN1 reaction. SN2 reaction, a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. SN2 reactions, plural of SN2 reaction. Initialism of spherical nucleic acid. Tenabis, plural of snab. Tenavel, to plunder. Tenaddled, simple past and past participle of snabble. Tenavels, third person singular simple present indicative of snabble. Snabbling, present participle and gerund of snabble. And now, the chaffage. Alternative spelling of snack, very attractive person. An accident, a snack accident. An instance of a snack being eaten accidentally. Snackcidents, plural of snackcident. Amax, plural of snack. A light meal. Snack bar, a small restaurant serving light meals. Snack bars, plural of snack bar. Snack box, a meal of fried chicken and chips served in a box. Snack boxes, plural of snack box. Snack down on. Duit. Snack food. A food traditionally or commonly consumed as a snack between meals. Snack foods, plural of snack food. Snack shaming. The humiliation of a person because they choose to eat junk food or a snack. Snack street. A street in China where a variety of street food is sold. Snack streets, plural of snack street. Snack bar. Alternative form of snack bar. Snack bars, plural of snack bar. Snackability, the state or quality of being snackable. Inaccable, suitable for snacking upon. Snackables, plural of snackable. Snackadium, a party platter with various snack items arranged in the shape of a football stadium. Snackadiums, plural of snackadium. Snackad, things that are snacked on collectively. Snacks. Snack bar, a temporary banner informing the user of some action which happened or is about to happen, less interactive than a message box window and more interactive than a toast overlay. Snack bars, plural of snack bar. An accident, alternative spelling of snacksident. Snacksidents, plural of snacksident. Snack, simple past and past participle of snack. Snacked down on, simple past and past participle of snack down on. Snacker, someone who eats snacks. Snackery, alternative form of snackery, a place which sells snacks. Snackeries, plural of snackery. Snatters, plural of snacker. Snackery, a place which sells snacks. The snacket, alternative form of snacket. The snackets, plural of snacket. The snacket, a small shop selling snacks. The snackets, plural of snacket. Texture, alternative form of snack food. Snack foods, plural of snack food. Natty, diminutive of snack. Snat ear, comparative form of snacky, more snacky. Snackies, plural of snacky. Snackiest, superlative form of snacky, most snacky. Snackification, the conversion of a type of food into snack form. Snacking, present participle and gerundive snack. Snacking down on, present participle and gerundive snack down on. Snackish, synonym of snacky resembling or characteristic of a snack. Dinackle, a little snack, tiny tidbits of food. Dinackles, plural of snackle. Dinacklas, without snacks. Snackly, resembling or characteristic of a snack. Snack maker, one who, or that which, makes snacks. Snack makers, plural of snack maker. Snacko, as an I. Snackos, plural of snacko. Max, plural of snack. Snacks down on, third person singular simple present indicative of snack down on. Snack time, a time when a snack is eaten. Snack times, plural of snack time. Snacktivities, Plural of snacktivity. Snacktivity, a short period of activity. Snack well effect, the phenomenon whereby a person attempting to diet will eat a larger amount of a healthy alternative than they would of the normal food. Snackwich, a grilled cheese sandwich. Snackwiches, plural of snackwich. Innati, resembling or characteristic of a snack, suitable as a snack. Inacti, a lectin typically in snake venom that binds carbohydrate. Inaclex, plural of snacklec. Inatra, acronym of Snack, Nut and Crisp Manufacturers Association. Snacko, the ship of characters Severus, Snape, and Draco Malfoy of the Harry Potter series. Snyder, a surname. Snyders, plural of Snader. Tinefal, a man, the highest in the Isle of Man, OS grid FSC 3988. Dire, alternative spelling of snang animal horn used as a musical instrument. Inafal, a broad-mouthed, loose-ringed bit metal in a horse's mouth. It brings pressure to bear on the tongue and the corners of the mouth and is often used as a training bit. Snaffleup, to devour greedily. Inaffled, simple past and past participle of snaffle. Snaffleda, simple past and past participle of snaffle up. Snaffler, one who snaffles. Snafflers, plural of snaffler. Inaffles, plural of snaffle. Snaffles up, third person singular simple present indicative of snaffle. Snaffling, present participle and gerund of snaffle. Snaffling lay, highway robbery is a career. Snaffling up, present participle and gerund of snaffle. Anafu, acronym of situation normal, all fucked up / situation normal, all fouled up. Anafu, alternative letter case form of snafu. Hafu, simple past and past participle of snafu. Inafui, present participle and gerund of snafu. Anafu, plural of snafu. Anaphorus, plural of snafu. And that, alternative letter case form of snag sensitive new age guy. And that, a stump or base of a branch that has been lopped off, a short branch, or a sharp or rough branch. Snag list, alternative form of snagging list. Snag some Z's, alternative form of catch some Z's. Snag boat, a type of river boat that has a crane or hoist mounted on the deck to help clear away obstacles in the river. Snag boats, plural of snag boat. In that, simple past and past participle of snag. Snagger, a fishing hook consisting of several hooks radiating from a center. Snaggers, plural of snagger. Snagge, comparative form of snaggy, more snaggy. Snaggiest, superlative form of snaggy, most snaggy. Snagging, present participle and gerund of snag. Snagging lists, the list of repairs and finish work required to complete a project, such as the construction of a building, a list of problems to correct. Snagging lists, plural of snagging lists. Denado, a tangled, knotted, or intertwined mass. Snaggletooth, alternative form of snaggletooth. Snaggletooth, Alternative form of snaggletooth. Snaggletooths, plural of snaggletooth. Snaggled, simple past and past participle of snaggle. Inangles, plural of snaggle. Snaggletooth, plural of snaggletooth. Snaggletooth, a tooth inside the mouth that is unaligned or broken. Snaggletooth, having misaligned, broken, missing, or otherwise damaged or disorderly teeth. Snaggletooths, plural of snaggletooth. Snabbling, present participle and gerund of snaggle. Snavwe, covered in snaggles, naughty. Snaggy, covered in snags or similar sharp projections. Snagbus, free from snags. Snagli, resembling a snag. Snabline, a line dragged through the water with a hook or hooks attached to catch fish. Dnaglines, plural of snag line. Snagov, a commune of Ilfov County, Romania. Snagproof, resistant to becoming snagged. Inag, plural of snag. Inag, plural of snag. Denel, any of very many animals either hermaphroditic or non-hermaphroditic of the class Gastropoda having a coiled shell. Snail butter, a compound butter with garlic and parsley, used to accompany snails. Snail clover. Certain species of metic, especially Medicago scutellata. Snail clovers, plural of snail clover. Snail darter, a freshwater fish of species Persinatenaceae of the perch family, found in East Tennessee, United States. Snail darters, plural of snail darter. Snail fever, synonym of schistosomiasis. Snail king, a snail possessing a sinistral shell from a species in which dextral shells are the norm. Snail kings, plural of snail king. Snail kite, a kite of species Rostrum sociabilis, native to Florida, the Caribbean, and tropical South America, known for feeding mostly on apple snails. Snail kites, plural of snail kite. Snail mail, mail physical material sent in the post, especially as compared with email. Snail pace, alternative form of snail's pace. Snail paces, plural of snail pace. Snail syrup, a syrup made from snail slime for medicinal use. Snail trail, a trail of snail slime left behind by a snail as it slithers. Snail trefoil, synonym of snail clover Medicago scutellata. Snail trefoils, plural of snail trefoil. Snail's pace, a frustratingly slow rate of speed. Snail mail, alternative form of snail mail. Snail pace, moving very slowly at a snail's pace. Snail sense feminism, a Nigerian approach to feminism that encourages women to work slowly and cautiously in their dealings with men and patriarchy. Snail wheel, in some striking timepieces, a rotating piece with a spiral periphery having notches so arranged as to determine the number of strokes made on the bell. Snail wheels, plural of snail wheel. Tinelles, helices. Snail Beach, a village in Worthenwith Shelf Parish, Western Shropshire, England. OS Grid Ref SJ 3702. Snail boar, carried by snails. Denalb, simple past and past participle of snail. Snaileries, plural of snailery. Snailery, a place where snails are bred or kept. Denialfish, any member of the Leporidae, a family of scorpionifer marine fish. Snailfishes, plural of snailfish. Snailflower, Cochlea centis caracalla, a leguminous vine of South and Central America whose fragrant flowers have a distinctive curled shape. Snail flowers, plural of snail flower. Snailicide, a substance that kills snails. Snailicides, plural of snailicide. Snailier, comparative form of snaily, more snaily. Snailiest, superlative form of snaily, most snaily. Snailing, present participle and gerund of snail. Snailish, synonym of snail-like. Snailishly, in a snailish manner. Snailless, without snails. Snaili, resembling or characteristic of a snail. Snail mail, alternative form of snail mail. Snails, plural of snail. Snail shell, the shell of a snail. Snail owls, plural of snail cell. Snailwell, a village and civil parish in East Cambridgeshire District, Cambridgeshire, England. OS Grid Ref TL 6467. Snaily, resembling or characteristic of a snail. Llanton, a village and civil parish in North Yorkshire, England, previously in Scarborough District. OS Grid Ref SC 9282. Snaith, a small town in Snaith and Cowick Civil Parish, East Riding of Yorkshire, England. OS Grid Ref SC 6422. Snaith, any of the suborder Serpents of legless reptile with long, thin bodies and fork-shaped tongues. Snake and pygmy pie, steak and kidney pie. Snake and pygmy pies, plural of snake and pygmy pie. Snake bean, Begonia madagascariensis, a poisonous legume found in Africa. Snake beans, plural of snake bean. Snake bite, alternative form of snake bite. Snake bite, plural of snake bite. Snake cacti, plural of snake cactus. Snake cactus, any cactus of several species. Snake case, the practice of writing identifiers using underscores to separate words. Snake charmer, a performer who entertains crowds by performing tricks with dangerous snakes. Snake charmers, plural of snake charmer. Snake charming, the practice of hypnotizing a snake by playing an instrument, the performance of which may also include handling the snakes or performing other seemingly dangerous acts. Snake cucumber, synonym of Armenian cucumber. Snake cucumbers, plural of snake cucumber. Snake dance, a kind of parade involving school students. Snake dances, plural of snake dance. Snake doctor, a dragonfly. Snake doctors, plural of snake doctor. Snake draft, in fantasy sports, a draft system of assigning players to teams whose order is reversed in alternate rounds, so that the team making first pick in the first round makes last pick in the second round, and so on. Snake draft, plural of snake draft. Snake eagle, any bird of prey in the Cercitini subfamily, especially the Cercitus genus. Snake eagles, plural of snake eagle. Snake eel, alternative spelling of snake eel. Snake eels, plural of snake eel. Snake eyes, 2 ones, after rolling 2 dice. Snake fear, a fear of snakes. Snake feeder, dragonfly. Snake feeders, plural of snake feeder. Snake fence. A zigzag fence built from interlocking split logs or young trees, not secured with nails. Snake fences, plural of snake fence. Snake fright, alternative form of snake fright. Snake fruit, the salak fruit Salacca zalaka, which grows on a species of palm tree native to Indonesia. Snake fruits, plural of snake fruit. Snake gourd, the vine Trichosans cucumarina, found across much of southern and southeastern Asia, from Pakistan to southern China to northern Australia. Snake gourds, plural of snake gourd. Snake gun, a small bore shotgun or rifle firing rat shot used to defend against snakes. Snake guns, plural of snake gun. Snake hawk, the laughing falcon. Snake hawks, plural of snake hawk. Snake in the grass, a hidden enemy. Snake in the tunnel, the first 1970s attempt at European monetary cooperation, essentially pegging all of the EC currencies to one another. Snake Indian, a member of the Northern Paiute, Bannock, or Shosho Native Americans. Snake Indians, plural of snake Indian. Snake insert, an elongated diaper insert, which may be folded over itself to increase absorbency at certain areas. Snake inserts, plural of snake insert. Snake Island, any of several islands with the name. Snake lizard, any lizard of the genus Liales. Snake lizards, plural of snake lizard. Snake mackerel, Ascolar. Snake mackerels, plural of snake mackerel. Snake melon, synonym of Armenian cucumber. Snake melons, plural of snake melon. Snake oil, a fraudulent, ineffective potion or nostrum, panacea. Snake oil salesman, a swindler or grifter who sells worthless or fraudulent remedies, cures, or solutions, such as snake oil, often in an aggressive or showy manner. Snake oil salesman, plural of snake oil salesman. Snake out, to move outwards like a snake. Snake Pass, a hill pass in the Derbyshire section of the Peak District, crossing the Pennines between Glossop and the Ladyborough Reservoir at Shopton. Snake Pit, any institution such as a school, prison, hospital, etc., run in an inept or inhumane way, or full of hostile or treacherous people. Snake pits, plural of snake pit. Snake plant, a plant of species Dracæna trifasciata sin. Sansevieria trifasciata, a West African plant with stiff, long, erect leaves, often grown as a houseplant. Snake rake, a lock-picking tool in the form of a thin, flat length of metal with a wavy section at one end designed to jostle the pins of a low-quality lock into a position, allowing it to be unlocked. Snake rakes, plural of snake rake. Snake Range, a mountain range in White Pine County, Nevada, United States. Snake River, a river located in the Pacific Northwest region of the United States. Snake sea cucumber, a species of sea cucumber in the family Synaptidae. Snake sea cucumbers, plural of snake sea cucumber. Snake shot, alternative form of snake shot. Snake tail, Ophiopsemis maculata, a reddish-brown starfish with 5 smooth, rounded, jointed arms, each tapered towards the tip, growing up to 300 mm across. Commonly found amongst seaweed from low tide to about 20 m depth throughout New Zealand. Snake tails, plural of snake tail. Snake tart, an eel pie. Snake tarts, plural of snake tart. Snake up, to switch sides by resorting to authorities to become treacherous to rat. Snake vine, any of a number of vines, including. Snake vines, plural of snake vine. Snake whip, alternative form of snake whip. Snake whips, plural of snake whip. Snake wine, an Asian alcoholic beverage produced by infusing whole snakes in rice wine or grain alcohol, and traditionally believed to have curative effects. Snake wines, plural of snake wine. Snake woman, the Aztec goddess Ihuacatl. Snake's head, Fritillaria meleagris, a flowering plant in the family Liliaceae, native to Eurasia. Snake's heads, plural of snake's head. Snake's tongue, the adder's tongue fern. Snake's head, alternative form of snake's head type of flowering plant. Snake's heads, plural of snake's head, alternative form of snake's heads. Snake bite, alternative form of snake bite. Snake bites, plural of snake bite. Snake case, in snake case. Snake-eating cobra, a king cobra Ophiophagus hana. Snake-eating cobras, plural of snake-eating cobra. Snake eel, any member of the family Ophiophidae of eels, order Anguilliformes. Snake eels, plural of snake eel. Snake fear, alternative form of snake fear. Snake fright, a fear of snakes, Ophiophobia. Snake wrasse, species of horsetail, including Equisetum hyemale and Equisetum sylvaticum. Snake wrasses, plural of snake wrasse. Snake in the box problem, the problem of finding the longest possible induced path in a hypercube. Snake giller, the roadrunner. Snake-necked turtle, any turtle of the Chelidina or Hydromjusa genera and some others in family Chelidae. Snake-necked turtles, plural of snake-necked turtle. Dinecoil, to dupe or con. Sinecoiled, simple past and past participle of snakeoil. Snakeoiling, present participle and gerund of snakeoil. Tinecoils, third person singular simple present indicative of snakeoil. Snake phobia, alternative form of snake phobia. Snake lobar case, alternative form of snake case. Snake lobar case, alternative spelling of snake case. Snake bark, synonym of snake bark maple. Snake bark maple, any maple tree belonging to the section Acer sect, Macrantha, with distinctive patterned bark. Snake bark maples, plural of snake bark maple. Snake barks, plural of snake bark. Snake bellies, plural of snake belly. Snake belly, the belly of a snake. Snake berries, plural of snakeberry. Snakeberry, a bitter nightshade Solanum dulcamara, or its fruit. Snakebird, a darter, any bird of the genus Aninga. Snakebirds, plural of snakebird. Snake, bitten by a snake. Snake bite, the bite of a snake. Snake bite and black, a drink made by accenting a snake bite hard cider and lager with a dash of blackcurrant syrup or creme de cassis. Snake bite and blacks, plural of snake bite and black. Snake bites, plural of snake bite. Snakeaden, alternative form of snakebit. Snakeboard, a form of skateboard with two connected footboards, allowing for greater freedom of movement. Snakeboards, plural of snakeboard. Demate, simple past and past participle of snake. Snake out, simple past and past participle of snake out. Snake up, simple past and past participle of snake up. Snake the state or essence of being a snake. Snake fear, alternative form of snake fear. Snakefish, any of the several fish that resemble a snake. Snakefishes, plural of snakefish. Snakeflies, plural of snakefly. Snakefly, a insect of Eodorathiothra. Snakehead, a family of perciform fish native to Africa and Asia, Chanidae. Snakeheads, plural of snakehead. Snakehood, the state or essence of being a snake. Snackish, alternative spelling of snackish. Snakos, without snake. Snakosmess, absence of snakes. Snakelet, a baby snake. Snakelets, plural of snakelet. Smekli, resembling a snake, long, thin and flexible, or waving about in a snake-like manner, snaky. Snake line, a small line wrapped around two ropes in order to keep them together. Snake lines, plural of snake line. Snakeling, diminutive of snake. Snakelings, plural of snakeling. Snagely, snakely. Snagman, a mythological creature that is part man and part snake. Demegmeat, the meat of a snake. Snagman, plural of snakeman. Snagma, the orchid Pegonia avallosoids. Snakerass, plural of snakemyth. Smengai, the snakebird, any bird of genus Aninga. Smengax, plural of snakeneck. Snakephobia, fear of snakes. Snakebet, alternative form of snake pit. Snakebets, plural of snakebit. Snakeblend, synonym of Christmasvine Ipomea cormbosa. Snakeproof, resistant to snakes. Snaker, a person who hunts snakes. Snakeries, plural of snakery. Snakert, any member of the genus Adratina of perennials and rounded shrubs from the sunflower family, growing mainly in the warmer regions of the Americas. Snakerts, plural of snakert. Snakers, plural of snaker. Snakery, a place where snakes are kept or housed. Snakes, plural of snake. Snakes alive, Expression of surprise. Snakes and Ladders. A children's luck-based board game of Indian origin played on a numbered grid, the aim of which is to proceed to the end and in which ladders aid progress and snakes impede it. Snakes in the grass. Plural of snake in the grass. Snakes out. Third person singular simple present indicative of snake out. Snake's head. Alternative form of snake's head type of flowering plant. Snake's heads. Plural of snake's head. Snake shot. Synonym of shot shell. Snake skin. The skin of a snake. Snake skins. Plural of snake skin. Snake sauna. A fursona that is a snake. Snake sonas. Plural of snake sona. Denegas. A female snake. Snakesses. Plural of snakes. Snake star. A predatory starfish Astrotoma agassizii. Snake stars. Plural of snake star. Snake stone. A kind of honed slate or whetstone obtained in Scotland. Snake stones. Plural of snake stone. Snack activity. A Satanist display or seen during Christmas time. Snake vine. Alternative form of snake vine. Snake vines. Plural of snake vine. Snakeweed. Any of various not closely related plants reputed to cure snakebite. Snakeweeds. Plural of snakeweed. Temegwep. A kind of single-tailed whip with no handle, capable of being coiled up. Snakewips. Plural of snake whip. Snakewise. In the manner of a snake, serpentine, with twisting or wriggling motions. Snakewood. Brosimum gainans family Rosaceae, an Amazonian tree having hard, speckled wood that resembles snakeskin, used in musical instruments. Snakewoods. Plural of snakewood. Snagy. Alternative spelling of snaky. Snaky bee. Synonym of snakebite and black. Snaky ass. Plural of snaky bee. Snaky. Diminutive of snake. Snakier. Comparative form of snaky, more snaky. Denakies. Plural of snaky. Snakiest. Superlative form of snaky, most snaky. Snakily. In a snaky manner. Anakin. Any of a group of antimicrobial peptides present in potato. Snakiness. The state or condition of being snaky. Snakinessos. Plural of snakiness. Snaking. Present participle and gerund of snake. Snaking out. Present participle and gerund of snake out. Snakingly. In a snaking manner, serpentinely. Snakings. Plural of snaking. Inakins. Plural of snacking. Inakish. Having the qualities or characteristics of a snake, snaky. Snackishness. The quality of being snackish. Snaky. Resembling or relating to snakes, snake-like. Snallygaster. In American folklore, a dragon-like beast said to inhabit central Maryland and neighboring regions. Snallygasters. Plural of snallygaster. Now, to snatch with the jaws, snap at something greedily. Hermione. The ship of characters Hermione Granger and Severus Snape of the Harry Potter series. Simple past and past participle of snam. Snamming. present participle and gerund of snam. In nows, third person singular simple present indicative of snam. The acronym of Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. The clipping of Snapchat. In-app apple. The game of apple bobbing. Snap at someone's heels. To compete with someone closely, with the possibility of soon defeating or replacing them. Tab bean. The unripe or green edible fruit pod of a bean plant such as the legume Phaseolus vulgaris. Snap beans. Plural of snap bean. Snap beetle. Synonym of click beetle. Snap beetles. Plural of snap beetle. Snap bracelet. Synonym of slap bracelet. Snap bracelets. Plural of snap bracelet. Snap cap. A dummy round of ammunition used to check ammo feed and other mechanical problems. Snap caps. Plural of snap cap. Snap crotch. On an item of clothing, a snap fastener located at the crotch. Snap crotches. Plural of snap crotch. Snapdragon. Alternative form of snapdragon. Snapdragons. Plural of snapdragon. Snap election. An election that is called earlier than the regularly scheduled election time. Snap elections. Plural of snap election. Snap fastener. A pair of male/female interlocking discs used to fasten a piece of clothing in place of buttons. Snap fasteners. Plural of snap fastener. Snap flask. A flask for small work, having its sides separable and held together by latches, so that the flask may be removed from around the sand mold. Snap flasks. Plural of snap flask. Snap freeze. To freeze by very rapid cooling. Snap freezing. Present participle and gerund of snap freeze. Snap frozen. Past participle of snap freeze. Snap gun. A tool for opening a mechanical pin tumbler lock without a key, by means of a rod that is inserted into the lock and briefly fired against all of the lock pins simultaneously, momentarily freeing the cylinder and enabling it to be turned using a tension wrench. Snap guns. Plural of snap gun. Snappin. To practice aiming and adjusting and firing a rifle with no ammunition. Snap inhale. A smoking trick where one takes a drag, expels smoke from the mouth before inhaling, and immediately inhales the smoke back in. Snap inhales. Plural of snap inhale. Snap it up. To hurry, to proceed quickly. Snap judgment. A decision made without deliberation or in excessive haste. Snap judgments. Plural of snap judgment. Snap kick. A kick performed by bending the knee, bringing it up, and quickly straightening it out. Snap music. A subgenre of hip-hop music derived from crunk that originated in the southern United States in the 2000s. Snap of a finger. A minimum of effort. Snap one's fingers. To create a cracking or clicking sound with one's fingers by building tension between the thumb and another finger middle, index, or ring and then moving that finger forcefully downward so it hits the thinner eminence of the same hand at a high speed. Snap out of. To terminate suddenly a mood, emotional state, or reverie. Snap pea. A cultivar of pea, Pisum sativum, having an edible pod like the snow pea, but differing from the latter in that its pod is more rounded. Snap peas, plural of snap pea. Snap pizzicato, the act of plucking a string in a way that makes it hit the fingerboard. Snap pizzicatos, plural of snap pizzicato. Snap R&B, a genre of music that combines rhythm and blues and snap music. Snap ring, synonym of circlip. Snap rings, plural of snap ring. Snap riveting, riveting in which the rivets have snaffeds formed by a die or swaging tool. Snap roll, a type of maneuver in which an aircraft makes a sharp roll of 360 degrees about its longitudinal axis. Snap rolls, plural of snap roll. Snap shot, a hard shot without much planning. Snapshots, plural of snap shot. Snap someone's head off, to suddenly and sharply rebuke or insult a person, especially in response to a harmless remark. Snapstick, biltong in the form of a thin dry stick. Snap strap, a strong elasticated tow strap, used for pulling a vehicle out of a bog. Snap straps, plural of snap strap. Snap swivel, a form of tackle that combines a snap and a swivel. Snap swivels, plural of snap swivel. Snap tin, a miner's metal lunchbox. Snap tins, plural of snap tin. Snap to suddenly give someone one's full attention. Snap to it, hurry up, start doing something immediately. Snap trap, a mousetrap with a spring-activated mechanism that makes it snap shut. Snap traps, plural of snap trap. Snap of, to buy or acquire quickly, usually because the item is a bargain or in short supply or something one has been searching for. Snap zoom, synonym of whip zoom. Snap zooms, plural of snap zoom. Snap, crackle, and pop, any loud or audible noise. Snapdragon, alternative form of snapdragon. Snapdragons, plural of snapdragon. Snap happy, overly fond of and inclined to take photographs. Snap a plug-in. Snap-in-one, clipping of snap-in-one diaper. Snap-in-one diaper, synonym of all-into diaper, a type of cloth diaper, similar to a pocket diaper, that has a waterproof exterior and absorbent pad which is snapped inside of it, thereby consisting of two pieces. Snap-in-one diapers, plural of snap-in-one diaper. Snap-in-one nap is, plural of snap-in-one nappy. Snap-in-one nappy, synonym of all-into diaper, a type of cloth diaper, similar to a pocket diaper, that has a waterproof exterior and absorbent pad which is snapped inside of it, thereby consisting of two pieces. Snap-in-ones, plural of snap-in-one. Snap-ins, plural of snap-in. Snaplink, a carabiner. Snaplinks, plural of snaplink. Snapshot, alternative form of snapshot. Snapshots, plural of snapshot. Napkin, a metal lunchbox food container. Snaptins, plural of snap tin. Snap volley, a snap volley, a volley taken quickly. Snap volleys, plural of snap volley. Snapperazzi, citizen journalists, passersby who are witness to a newsworthy event and capture it as a photograph or on video. Snap pie, the reposition of an earlier and usually higher tariff. Snapbacks, plural of snapback. Snapping, alternative form of snap bean. Snapbeans, plural of snapping. Snapchat, a mobile photo messaging application, introduced in 2011. Snapchats, plural of Snapchat. Snapchatable, worthy or able to be posted on the instant messaging app Snapchat. Snapchatte, simple past and past participle of Snapchat. Snapchatter, a user of the mobile photo messaging application Snapchat. Snapchatters, plural of Snapchatter. Snapchatting, present participle and gerund of Snapchat. Snapdragon, any plant of the genus Antihinum with showy yellow, white, or red flowers. Snapdragon double, a type of bidding convention used when the first three players have bid three different suits. Snapdragon doubles, plural of Snapdragon double. Snapdragons, plural of Snapdragon. Denied, a village in Snape with Thorpe Parish, North Yorkshire, England, previously in Hambleton District OS Grid Ref SE 2684. Snape with Thorpe, a civil parish in North Yorkshire, England, previously in Hambleton District, which includes the village of Snape. Might, simple past and past participle of Snape. Snape, a fanfic in which Severus Snape of the Harry Potter series is the protagonist. Snapex, plural of Snape. Snapism, a new religious movement emerging in the mid-2000s in online Harry Potter fandom, centered on the fictional character Severus Snape, with its female adherents professing a spiritual connection or astral marriage to him. Snipes, a surname. Snapewife, a female adherent of the mid-2000s new religious movement Snapism. Snapewives, plural of Snapewife. Inahan, a flintlock. Inafons, plural of Snaphon. Inas, a spring lock for discharging a firearm. Inahenses, plural of Snaffence. Hafons, alternative form of Snaffence. Dinafonses, plural of Snaffons. Dinafet, a hemispherical or rounded head to a rivet or bolt. Inafeds, plural of Snaffed. Inavan, a software plug-in. Snaping, present participle and gerund of snape. Dinathans, plural of snappin. Dinabjah, synonym of Malmasi sweep, scorpies, equipennies. Inavlas, without snap fasteners. Synapline, a guideline shown while adding an item to a user interface to help align it with other items. Snaplines, plural of snapline. Snapling, alternative form of snapling abseiling. Inavla, a mechanism for firing a gun that ignites the propellant by means of sparks produced when a spring-powered cock strikes a flint down onto a piece of hardened steel. Dinablox, plural of snaplock. Without, a surname. Inappable, capable of being snapped. Inapt, simple past and past participle of snap. Snapped at someone's heels, simple past and past participle of snap at someone's heels. Snapped in, simple past and past participle of snap in. Snapped it up, Simple past and past participle of snap it up. Snapped one's fingers. Simple past and past participle of snap one's fingers. Snapped out of. Simple past and past participle of snap out of. Snap someone's head off. Simple past and past participle of snap someone's head off. Snapped to. Simple past and past participle of snap to. Snapped up. Simple past and past participle of snap up. Snaver, a hamlet in Goodley Parish, North Devon District, Devon, England. OS Grid Ref SS 5934. Snapper biscuit, synonym of Clypeasteroid. Snapper biscuits, plural of snapper biscuit. Snapper upper, something worth snapping up, a bargain. Snapper uppers, plural of snapper upper. Snapper, simple past and past participle of snapper. Snapperhead, a dumbbell, a knucklehead. Snapperheads, plural of snapperhead. Snappering, present participle and gerund of snapper. Snappers, plural of snapper. Tenapas, second person singular simple present indicative of snap. Snappa, third person singular simple present indicative of snap. Snapter, comparative form of snappy, more snappy. Snappiest, superlative form of snappy, most snappy. Immediately, in a snappy manner. Inavan, pronunciation spelling of snapping. Tenabines, the state or quality of being snappy. Snapping, present participle and gerund of snap. Snapping at someone's heels, present participle and gerund of snap at someone's heels. Snapping beetle, an elaterate, a click beetle. Snapping beetles, plural of snapping beetle. Snapping hip syndrome, a condition characterized by a snapping sensation when the hip is flexed and extended. Snapping in, present participle and gerund of snap in. Snapping it up, present participle and gerund of snap it up. Snapping one's fingers, present participle and gerund of snap one's fingers. Snapping out of, present participle and gerund of snap out of. Snapping scapula syndrome, the presence of a grating, grinding, or popping sensation of the scapula onto the back side of the ribs or thoracic area of the spine. Snapping shrimp, a pistol shrimp alphaedy. Snapping shrimps, plural of snapping shrimp. Snapping someone's head off, present participle and gerund of snap someone's head off. Snapping to, present participle and gerund of snap to. Snapping turtle, any of several large American freshwater turtles of the family Chelydridae, which have powerful hooked jaws that close with a snap. Snapping turtles, plural of snapping turtle. Snapping up, present participle and gerund of snap up. Snapping turtle, alternative form of snapping turtle. Snapping turtles, plural of snapping turtle. Snappingly, accompanied by a snapping action or sound. Snappings, plural of snapping. Snappish, likely to snap or bite. Snappishly, in a snappish manner. Snappiness, the quality of being snappish. Snappinesses, plural of snappishness. Snappling, the sport or activity of abseiling. Announce, plural of snap. Another, rapid, and without delay. Snappy gum. Any of various eucalypts having brittle timber, including Eucalyptus brevifolia, Eucalyptus hemistoma, and Eucalyptus rossei. Snappy gums. Plural of snappy gum. The plural of snap. And navis, plural of snap. Snaps at someone's heels. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap at someone's heels. Snaps for you. Synonym of good for you. Snaps in. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap in. Snaps it up. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap it up. Snaps one's fingers. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap one's fingers. Snaps out of. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap out of. Snaps someone's head off. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap someone's head off. Snaps to. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap to. Snap sub. Third person singular simple present indicative of snap up. A knapsack. A knapsack. A knapsacks. Plural of snapsack. Snap shooter. A photographer, someone who takes snapshots. Snap shooters. Plural of snap shooter. The snapshot. A photograph, especially one taken quickly or in a sudden moment of opportunity. Snapshotist. A photographer who takes snapshots. Snapshot-like. Resembling or characteristic of a snapshot, capturing a fleeting moment in time. Snapshots. Plural of snapshot. Snapshotable. Of which a snapshot may be taken. Snapshotted. Simple past and past participle of snapshots. Snapshotter. Synonym of snapshooter. Snapshotters. Plural of snapshotter. Snapshottery. The practice of taking snapshots, the style or characteristics of snapshots. Snapshotting. Present participle and gerund of snapshot. Snapsuit. A baby's bought a suit with a snap fastener at the crotch. Snapsuits. Plural of snapsuit. Snapped. Simple past and past participle of snap. Snapweed. Certain species of impatiens. Snapweeds. Plural of snapweed. Snapwood. Dry, brittle wood that can be easily broken by hand, which is useful as firewood. Snapworthy. Worth taking a photograph of. Anar. Snarl. There. Any of a class of proteins whose primary role is to mediate vesicle fusion. Snare. A surname. Snare drum. A tubular drum with skin stretched over the top and bottom and having a set of chains that can be applied to the bottom skin to create a rattling sound. Snare drummer. Someone who plays the snare drum. Snare drummers. Plural of snare drum. Snare drums. Plural of snare drum. Snare picture. A kind of artwork introduced by Daniel Spowery in which objects found in chance positions such as cutlery and crockery after a meal are permanently fixed in those positions. Snare pictures. Plural of snare picture. Terror. Simple past and past participle of snare. Eros. Without a snare. Snarely. Resembling a snare musical instrument or the sound of a snare. Snarer. A person who catches animals with a snare. Snarers. plural of snare. There, plural of snare. Dinert, plural of snare. Smeris penguin, a species of crested penguin, Eutyps robustus, which breed on the Snares, an island group off South Island, New Zealand. Snares penguins, plural of snares penguin. Snaresbrook, a suburb of Wanstead, Borough of Redbridge, Greater London, England. OS Grid Ref TQ 4088. Snarf, to eat or consume greedily. Snarfed, simple past and past participle of snarf. Snarfer, one who snarfs, eats, or drinks greedily. Snarfers, plural of snarfer. Snarving, present participle and gerund of snarf. Snarfle, to make the noise of an animal such as a pig eating. Snarfled, simple past and past participle of snarfle. Snarfles, third person singular simple present indicative of snarfle. Snarfling, present participle and gerund of snarfle. Snarfs, third person singular simple present indicative of snarf. Snar, acronym of succinct non-interactive argument. Snarred, the remains of a bird after it has collided with an airplane in a bird strike, especially a turbine engine. Snar, plural of snar. Dnare, present participle and gerund of snare. Demaringus, plural of snaring. Snark, acronym of succinct non-interactive argument of knowledge. Snark, a fictional animal, and Lewis Carroll's The Hunting of the Snark. Snark hunt, synonym of snipe hunt, fool's errand. Smarkly, resembling a snark in appearance or behavior. Snarkasm, snarky sarcasm. Snarkastic, sarcastic in a snide or irritable manner. Simark, simple past and past participle of snark. Snarker, one who makes snide remarks. Snargers, plural of snarker. Snarky, comparative form of snarky, more snarky. Smagiest, superlative form of snarky, most snarky. Snarkily, in a snarky manner. Snarkiness, the quality of being smacky. Snarking, present participle and gerund of snark. Snarkish, acting similarly to a snark, being snide. Snarkishly, in a snarkish manner. Snarkless, without mechanical snags. Snark, plural of snark. Smarkus, plural of snark. Snartaste, very snarky, especially in an appealing or entertaining way. Smarky, snide and sarcastic, usually out of irritation. Snarl, to entangle, to complicate, to involve in knots. Snarl up, to entangle. Snarl word, a derogatory term, a term used to insult or demean its referent. Snarl words, plural of snarl word. Snarl up, a traffic jam. Snarl ups, plural of snarl up. Snarl, simple past and past participle of snarl. Snarled up, simple past and past participle of snarl up. Snarler, one who snarls. Snarlers, plural of snarler. Snarless, second person singular simple present indicative of snarl. Snarleth, third person singular simple present indicative of snarl. Snawy. Comparative form of snarly, more snarly. Snawiest. Superlative form of snarly, most snarly. Snarling. Growling, having a snarl. Snarling iron. A tool with a long beak, used in the process of snarling or forming raised work. Snarling irons. Plural of snarling iron. Snarling up. Present participle and gerund of snarl up. Snarlingly. In a snarling mare with a snarl. Snarlings. Plural of snarling. Snarlish. Somewhat snarly. Dinarls. Plural of snarl. Snarls up. Third person singular simple present indicative of snarl up. Dinarly. Given to snarling or growling. Inar. A surname. Snarred. Simple past and past participle of snar. Snarring. Present participle and gerund of snar. Dinars. Plural of snar. Denari. The ship of characters Harry Potter and Severus Snape of the Harry Potter series. Dinars. Third person singular simple present indicative of snar. Smarski. A surname from Polish. Smarskis. Plural of snarski. Snart. The phenomenon where one sneezes and breaks wind at the same time. Snarted. Simple past and past participle of snart. Smartimo. A village in Hijabastad municipality, Agder County, Norway. Snarting. Present participle and gerund of snart. Snarts. Plural of snart. Terry. Resembling or consisting of snares, tending to entangle, insidious. Plural of SNA. That verbal abuse, insolence, gaff. Inacht. Simple past and past participle of snash. Snashes. Third person singular simple present indicative of snash. Snatching. Present participle and gerund of snash. Inase. Alternative form of snazzy. Inast. Alternative form of snast. Inast. The burnt or burning part of the wick of a candle, the snuff. Inasts. Plural of snas. Dynasts. Plural of snasts. Inuts. To grasp and remove quickly. Snatch and grab. Synonym of snatch and run. Snatch and grabs. Plural of snatch and grab. Snatch and run. An unsophisticated method of committing robbery by grabbing someone's property and attempting to flee with it. Snatch and runs. Plural of snatch and run. Snatch block. A kind of block with an opening in one side to receive the bite of a rope. Snatch blocks. Plural of snatch block. Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. To suddenly lose a contest one seemed very likely to win, especially through mistakes or bad judgment. Snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. To fail to achieve an expected success, especially through counterproductive intervention. Snatch loading. The hitching of additional livestock to a scraper to assist the team pulling it. Snatch someone's edges. To tug at or pull out the fine hairs at someone's hairline, i.e. their edges. Snatch squad. A group of police officers who rush forward in formation so as to apprehend an individual from a crowd. Snatch squads, plural of snatch squad. Snatch the pebble. To fully grasp the meaning of a concept or to develop a skill to a high degree of proficiency, often that rivals some specific expert. Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. To suddenly win a contest when it appears that loss is a foregone conclusion, to succeed in an endeavor through reversal of fortune, skill, effort, or good judgment. Snatch, simple past and past participle of snatch. Snatchable, capable of being snatched. Snatch back, the act of forcibly taking something back, such as a turn in speaking by interjecting or a hire purchase item on which installments are overdue. Snatchbacks, plural of snatchback. Snatch, looking. Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Simple past and past participle of snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Snatch the pebble. Simple past and past participle of snatch the pebble. Snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Simple past and past participle of snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Snatched waist. A thin waist on an otherwise voluptuous person, hourglass figure. Snatched waists. Plural of snatched waists. Snatcher. One who snatches or steals by snatching. Snatchers. Plural of snatcher, ones who snatch. Snatches, plural of snatch. Snatches defeat from the jaws of victory. Third person singular simple present indicative of snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Snatches the pebble. Third person singular simple present indicative of snatch the pebble. Snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. Third person singular simple present indicative of snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Snatches. Second person singular simple present indicative of snatch. Snatcha. Third person singular simple present indicative of snatch. Snatchy. Comparative form of snatchy, more snatchy. Snatchiest. Superlative form of snatchy, most snatchy. Naturally, in a snatchy manner. Snatching, present participle and gerund of snatch. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Present participle and gerund of snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Snatching the pebble. Present participle and gerund of snatch the pebble. Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Present participle and gerund of snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Snatchingly, with a snatching motion. Snatchings, plural of snatching. Snatchless, without a snatch. Snatchproof, resistant to being snatched. Snatch, simple past and past participle of snatch. Inati, in snatches or glimpses. Snyder, a surname from Dutch. Snyders, plural of Snader. Nap, the shaft of the scythe. Snet, to lop, to prune. Snit, simple past and past participle of snay. Snez, third person singular simple present indicative of snay. Snitting, present participle and gerund of snay. Nas, plural of sna. Snatiation, a medical disorder characterized by uncontrollable bursts of sneezing brought on by fullness of the stomach. Anatic, a chip, a slice or fragment. Danabax, plural of snatic. Gnaw, to repeatedly snort while laughing, snort and laugh at the same time. Snarled, simple past and past participle of snarl. Timals, third person singular simple present indicative of snarl. Snarling, present participle and gerund of snarl. Snossage, happiness. Snossages, plural of snossage. Snail, to steal, to pickpocket. Snavelled, simple past and past participle of snavel. Snaveling, present participle and gerund of snavel. Snavels, third person singular simple present indicative of snavel. Snaily, a surname. Snavelies, plural of snavely. A surname. Tenez, plural of snay. Tenez up, to improve appearance or appeal by increasing stylishness or functionality, or by adding other attractive features. Snazzed up, simple past and past participle of snazz up. Snazzes up, third person singular simple present indicative of snazz up. Snather, comparative form of snazzy, more snazzy. Deniest, superlative form of snazzy, most snazzy. Is nazzily, in a snazzy manner. Denadiness, elegance in manner of dress. Stylishness, flashiness. Snazzing up, present participle and gerund of snazz up. Snazdaste, exceptional, outstanding. Inete, appealing or stylish in appearance or manner, classy, flashy. SNB, abbreviation of St. John, New Brunswick. SNCC, initialism of Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. SNCRNA, small, non-coding RNA. SNCRNA, alternative form of SNCRNA. SNCRNA, plural of SNCRNA. SNCRNAs, plural of SNCRNA. Abbreviation of Sony. Plural of SN. A town in Blount County, Alabama, United States. Simple past and past participle of Sneed. Today, present participle and gerund of Sneed. Plural of Sneed. One who sneaks, one who moves stealthily to acquire an item or information. Sneak around, to get around censorship, bureaucratic barriers or authorities. Sneak current, an electric current which, though too weak to blow a fuse or cause immediate damage to equipment, will in time burn out the equipment. Sneak currents, plural of sneak current. Sneak in, to enter without being noticed. Sneak out, to leave quietly or unnoticed. Sneak paddle, a short paddle used for quietly maneuvering a boat, for example when approaching a hunted animal. Sneak paddles, plural of sneak paddle. Sneak pass, to get through or successfully go around an inspection, guard, or bureaucratic hurdle. Sneak peek, misspelling of sneak peek. Sneak peek, a preview, especially of something not yet public. Sneak peeks, plural of sneak peek. Sneak preview, an early preview or look at something, especially not yet made public. Sneak previews, plural of sneak preview. Sneak thief, a thief who steals without being noticed and without using violence. Sneak thieves, plural of sneak thief. To sneak up, to approach a person or animal without being seen or heard. To make up, someone who is deemed to not drink their share during communal drinking sessions. To make cups, plural of sneak cup. To make it, the situation where gases carrying dust bypass the active electrode system of an electrostatic precipitator. Snake box, a small boat that can be sailed, rowed, poled, or sculled, predominantly associated with Barnegat Bay in New Jersey. Sneak boxes, plural of sneak box. Simple past and past participle of sneak. Sneaked around. Simple past and past participle of sneak around. Donate in. Simple past and past participle of sneak in. Sneaked out. Simple past and past participle of sneak out. Sneaked pass. Simple past and past participle of sneak pass. Sneaked up. Simple past and past participle of sneak up. The maker, one who sneaks. Sneaker male, a male that pretends to be a female in order to get close to a female for mating. Sneaker males, plural of sneaker male. Sneaker sock, a short sock that covers the foot and beyond that, not essentially more than the ankle. Sneaker socks, plural of sneaker sock. Sneaker wave, a disproportionately large coastal wave that can sometimes appear in a wave train without warning. Sneaker waves, plural of sneaker wave. Sneaker, wearing sneakers. Sneakerhead, a person who owns multiple pairs of shoes as a form of collection and fashion. Sneakerheads, plural of sneakerhead. Sneakerization, the development of numerous mass-manufactured niche products in a particular category. Sneakers, without sneakers, athletic shoes. Smakerly, resembling or characteristic of sneakers. The maker, a method of transferring a computer file from one computer to another by copying it to a floppy disk, thumb drive, or some other external storage device, carrying the device to the other computer and saving the file there, in contrast to electronic methods used by network computers to transfer data. Sneakernet, plural of sneakernet. Sneaker print, the impression left by a sneaker. Sneaker prints, plural of sneaker print. Sneakers, plural of sneaker. Sneaker, stealth, the practice of sneaking. Then I guess, second person singular simple present indicative of sneak. Tomato, third person singular simple present indicative of sneak. Zrige, comparative form of sneaky, more sneaky. Denmays,